Good morning, everyone. In our last two classes, we talked about segmentation and targeting. We learned how to divide a market and then choose the best segments to serve. But now what? You've picked your target audience, but you still have to convince them to choose you over your competitors. This brings us to the final, and perhaps most creative, step in this marketing strategy: positioning. Positioning is how you want your brand to be perceived in the minds of your target customers. It is the distinct place you want your product to occupy relative to competing products. At its core, positioning answers a simple but critical question: why should someone choose you over your competitors? Positioning is not what you do to the product, but what you do to the mind of the customer. The positioning statement. So how do you define your position? A great tool for this is the positioning statement. This is an internal statement that helps guide all of your marketing decisions. It's a simple, concise sentence that distills your brand's essence. Let's break it down using the example Spotify. For target segment, young professionals. This is the group we've chosen to serve. They are busy, tech-savvy, and have some disposable income. Brand is the category. Spotify is the music streaming service. This defines who you are and what you do. It puts you in a clear category for the customer. That offers instant access to a vast library of songs. This is the core value proposition. It's the benefit you provide. It's not a feature, it's the payoff. The benefit isn't, we have 100 million songs, but rather, you have instant access to any song you want. Because reason to believe. Because it uses smart technology and personalized playlists. This is the proof. It's why the customer should believe your benefit claim. It's what makes your promise credible. A positioning statement is not an ad slogan. It's the North Star for your entire company. If your marketing campaign, product design, or customer service doesn't align with this statement, you are likely confusing your customers. How to choose a position. Positioning isn't a random decision. It's strategic. Marketers usually choose a position based on a few things. Product attributes. You can position your brand based on a specific feature, like Volvo's historical positioning around safety. Benefits. You can position based on the benefits your product provides. For example, a sports drink positions itself on thirst quenching and energy. Usage or application. You can position your product for a specific use case, like how Gatorade was originally positioned for athletes. Competitors. You can position yourself directly against a competitor. Think of the famous Mac versus PC ads that directly position the Mac as the more creative and intuitive computer. Quality or price. You can position yourself as the premium, high-cost option Rolex, or as the low-cost, high-value option Walmart. The key is to find a position that is distinctive, meaningful to the target market, and credible. You have to be able to back it up. If you say you're the high-quality option but your product breaks easily, your positioning will fail. Positioning is the foundation. So why is this so important? Because positioning is the foundation for everything else you do in marketing. It guides your messaging. Your ads, social media posts, and website copy should all communicate your unique position. Pricing. If you position yourself as a premium brand, you'll need a premium price. If you're a value brand, your prices must reflect that. Product design. The features and quality of your product must align with your position. Distribution. A high-end brand might be sold in exclusive boutiques, while a value brand is sold in mass retail stores. In essence, positioning is the final step that brings all the pieces of your marketing strategy together. It is what allows you to cut through the clutter and create a clear, compelling reason for your target customer to choose you. The STP framework is the answer to the fundamental marketing question: who do we serve, and how do we want them to see us? Think back to the old days, when companies just blasted a single message to everyone. It was inefficient and expensive. The STP framework helps us avoid that wasted effort by focusing on the people who are most likely to respond to our message. It's about being smart with your marketing dollars and building strong, lasting connections with customers. A quick review. STP in action. Let's quickly recap the steps and see how they build on each other. Segmentation. This is the knowing your customer phase. It's the art of slicing the market into smaller, more manageable groups based on shared needs, characteristics, or behaviors. We looked at the 4 types: demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Remember, you don't sell to everyone. You segment the market into groups you can actually serve. That's behavioral and behavior. Targeting. This is the choosing your customer phase. Once you have your segments, you evaluate them and decide which ones you're best suited to serve. You consider a segment's size, growth potential, and your company's resources. Your choice of targeting strategy, undifferentiated, differentiated, niche, or micro-marketing, will define how you approach that market. Positioning. This is the earning your place phase. It's how you want your brand to be perceived in the mind of your target customer. It answers the question, why should they choose us? A strong positioning statement is the foundation for all your messaging and marketing efforts. It is what makes your brand stand out in a crowded marketplace. When you do all 3 of these steps well, You create a clear, compelling reason for your target customers to choose your brand. This leads to higher profits and stronger brand loyalty. The STP framework is the engine that drives a successful marketing strategy.